You see here, hi guys and gals. Well, it is Sunday afternoon, and it's around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, so yeah, so I'm walking around in the yard. We went, Mrs. DC and I went earlier this morning for a walk in the countryside. We ended up, actually, I was going to eventually make the vlog there, but it's not that we got lost, but I didn't find the path that I thought I was looking for. So we ended up in the middle of a rather muddy field. Maybe I should have taken a picture of it, but we were like kind of walking on the side of the field, not to get too muddy, and not also to walk in the middle of where they'd actually already planted new seed and so on. Well, actually, there was little budding plants there. And when we finally did get out to a place where there was a road, I saw it was like, no trespassing, 20 franc fine or something like that. Okay, there, I didn't see that when we got into it the other end. I thought, like, really? But that sign was like, I don't know, 100 years old. It was an old one. So it got off, I don't know, some type of, I was going to say church, old folks home or something like that. So we just walked off to the main road. No, I didn't go over and say, here's 20 francs, please take it. Oh, yeah. So it was a good walk, though. It was a nice walk, and it's kind of nice, actually. It's maybe one of the, I was going to say, the side effects of all this lockdown junk is that right now is that, we kind of go for long walks where there's nobody, and end up discovering a few new places, or rediscovering, I should say, places that we'd seen many years ago and hadn't been back for a while. I guess we could do some geocaching lately, but we're not trying not to go too far away. And one of the things actually is that we're trying to be slightly careful as to not end up doing activities that we could hurt ourselves. I know, I mean, we're always talking about that now. It's a pain, but the hospitals are just too full, so we're just trying to play safe, put it that way, as much as one can. Yeah. Anyways, and the other thing is that I guess is that we'd have to go, like I say, further away now to find some unused geocaches, so we'll be starting that over again. Yeah, so we had a second son of DC came over yesterday, and we did have a drink outside here. It's kind of starting to get kind of cool, but I guess we don't talk about Indian summer here, but it was kind of warm anyway, so we were able to be outside, with our jackets. And at the end of the day, we had a video conference with the other kids, and the other family, and saw the grandkids. That was good. And I I made a little video where I'm calling out their names, so I'm saying Michael, Matthew, and then I point to myself and I say Granddad, or Grandpa. Sorry, I say Grandpa, and then I point to them and I say, like the one, I say Michael, or point to the other. And yesterday I could hear Michael say Michael. And if I'd say Granddad, they kind of point, and the small one just follows along. He's pretty bright as well. So, oh yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing them again. Yeah. So when we came back from our walk, we just had a short lunch. I had a beer, a bit of cheese. Mrs. DC, what did she have? I think she had some cold cuts or something, and I'm going to cook a chicken later on with the Instant Pot, and make a few things like that and have a more decent supper. But then after this afternoon, we follow actually a church service at Headington Baptist Church. That's over in Oxford, England. It's close to where we used to live at the time, and I think I have mentioned it before. Friends of ours, they go there actually quite regularly, so it's kind of amusing that we're both following, you know, the service online at the same time. So we're actually back together in church. I mean, and it's kind of important for me in a way. Maybe one time I'll tell a story a little bit, but when we left Canada, we were taken care of by people when we arrived in Oxford. That was where when we left Canada, we first went off to Oxford in England. And this family was basically, I was going to say, I wouldn't call it assigned, but we were given their names, and we had become, I don't know if we should use the word pen pals, but at least we'd learned to know each other before going, and they took care of us and mentored us over there, and it was really something special, you know, to have friends like that. And here we are now, 36 years later, almost 35 and a half, close coming. So DC is back again. I don't know when it stopped or not exactly, because my card was full. And all of a sudden I got a message that the card was full. And I was just talking about we'd been following a church service at Headington Baptist over in Oxford, and it was kind of interesting because I was mentioning that the couple, another couple over there who were, you know, in their late 70s now, they had taken care of us when we had moved over to Oxford, and they are basically following the service at the same time as we are, and so we're kind of like ending up in the same church and being part of this almost pseudo same community virtually online, thanks to the internet, and actually in this case YouTube, because they stream it and put it onto YouTube, and they have, you know, their virtual coffee times and so on, and so it's really, really cool. Yeah, I guess that is another part of what I was going to say, one of the positive side effects of what's happening to us right now. Anyway, I guess, you know, I just wanted to come over, chat. It was Sunday, and I usually come over a little bit on Sunday and say hello. So I hope that everything's going well your way, and that you know, health is good and so on. And so I'll try and get back to you sometime next week. I've got a really big week again. I've got a lot of classes that I'm giving, and it's complicated giving classes these days, even more than before, and a certain number of them have to be given in German as well. So, you know, that's always a challenge, like I mentioned the last time. You know, it's not I speak it, you know, I mean, it's a challenge. It's a challenge giving classes even if you're doing it in your mother tongue. So, you know, sometimes it's a double challenge if it's in another language, where all of a sudden you stutter all of a sudden and think like, what was it I wanted to say now? What was it? And what word was that? And so on. Anyway, about it for now. Okay, DC signing off. Take care, everybody, and have a good Sunday. Bye-bye.